Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be looking at this story that y'all sent us about Lisa,
Oh, yeah.
a waitress who kind of has a life-changing encounter. And we've got some really interesting articles about her experience,
hmm
some personal reflections,
Right.
and I'm really curious to see what we can uncover together.
Yeah, this should be good. It sounds like we're going to be exploring themes of perception, second chances,
Right.
and the impact of even those seemingly small acts of kindness.
Exactly. So the story starts with Lisa working at this like super high-end restaurant.
Fancy.
Oh yeah, super
Yeah.
fancy. She's clearly ambitious and dreams of becoming a chef, but she's also juggling a
Yeah.
lot. Financial stress, long hours,
Yeah.
and maybe just like a little bit of cynicism towards the clientele, those wealthy folks.
Oh, for sure.
Have you ever felt that disconnect where you're like surrounded by affluence,
hmm
but struggling to make ends meet?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think that's a very relatable experience for a lot of people.
Right.
That contrast can definitely fuel frustration,
Yeah.
even resentment.
Totally. And the story kind of emphasizes that
Yeah.
Lisa's got this sharp tongue
hmm
and she's impatient, particularly with customers she sees as like out of touch
Right.
with her reality.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then in walks this elderly man dressed simply in a beige cardigan
Hmm.
and these worn out sneakers,
Oh.
not exactly fitting the restaurant's vibe.
Yeah, not exactly the dress code.
Not at all. Lisa, perhaps fueled by her preconceived notions,
Mhm.
immediately dismisses him, assuming he can't afford much.
It's so easy to do that, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
it's just like human nature to kind of size somebody up based on,
Yeah.
first glance.
Absolutely. It's a classic example of how our perceptions can really color our judgment.
Mm.
And I think we do this all the time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Make assumptions based on appearances and miss the deeper story beneath the surface.
Right. And it's interesting how this story points out that even her colleagues kind of join in the mockery,
Yeah.
almost reinforcing that negative bias.
Totally. Makes you wonder how often we do this unconsciously,
Yeah.
just judging people before truly seeing them.
All the time, I think.
Right. But here's the twist.
Okay.
The man orders the most expensive item on the menu
Oh, wow.
and pays with an elite black card,
Oh, no.
leaving Lisa completely stunned.
Ooh.
It's like her whole worldview is suddenly challenged.
Yeah, that's a powerful moment of realization.
Totally.
That black card becomes the symbol of her misjudgment.
Right.
And the story even mentions her thinking he must have borrowed it.
Oh, wow.
Still struggling to reconcile this new information with her initial impression.
Wow.
It's almost as if she can't accept that someone dressed so simply could possess such wealth.
Right. And then just as he's leaving, he drops this bombshell.
What's that?
He addresses Lisa by name,
Oh, no.
a detail she never revealed.
Oh, that's got to be so unnerving.
Right.
Yeah.
This simple act throws her off balance.
For sure.
It suggests that he knows more than she realizes.
Yeah.
And then the whispers start among the staff.
Oh.
That was Morgan Freeman.
Oh, wow.
Imagine the weight of that realization.
Oh, my gosh. I'd be mortified.
Right.
Yeah.
Not only did she misjudge a celebrity, but Morgan Freeman happens to be a co-owner of the restaurant.
Oh, no.
Her boss witnessed her entire display of disrespect. What would you do if you were in her shoes?
I would probably just melt into the floor.
I'd want to disappear.
Yeah.
The story describes her feeling terrified,
Mm.
expecting the worst. But here's where the narrative kind of shifts.
Okay.
It goes from judgment to grace.
Okay.
The next day, Morgan requests a meeting with Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
She anticipates a reprimand, maybe even getting fired.
Yeah.
But instead of anger, he approaches her with kindness and this genuine desire to understand her frustrations.
That's unexpected.
Right. Such a powerful subversion of expectations.
Yeah, for sure.
He sees beyond her surface behavior and recognizes a deeper struggle. It's a reminder that sometimes people are going through things we know nothing about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And instead of lashing out, Morgan chooses empathy. He even shares his own story of humble beginnings working odd jobs for years before his acting career took off.
That must have been a mind-blowing revelation for Lisa.
Yeah.
To hear this Hollywood icon, someone she likely admired, admit to facing similar challenges.
All right.
It highlights the universality of struggle, how success doesn't erase the past.
It also dismantles that pedestal we often place celebrities on.
Right.
Morgan's vulnerability humanizes him.
Totally.
It reminds us we all have a story, and we shouldn't judge based on external appearances or achievements.
100%.
Okay.
And then in an act of extraordinary generosity,
Okay.
Morgan offers to cover Lisa's culinary school tuition
Wow.
in exchange for part-time work and a commitment to treating customers with kindness and respect.
That's
A
amazing.
life-changing opportunity, one that leaves Lisa speechless with gratitude. It's almost like he sees her potential even when she doesn't see it herself.
This is where the story transitions from a simple encounter to like a profound act of mentorship, you know?
Right.
It's not just about financial support, it's about belief, guidance, and second chances. Morgan's actions demonstrate the transformative power of someone investing in another person's dreams.
It makes you wonder how our lives might change if we all had someone like Morgan in our corner,
Yeah.
someone who believed in us and offered such a transformative opportunity.
Right.
But it also highlights that maybe we have the power to be that person for someone else.
That's a powerful thought.
Right.
Yeah, we often focus on the impact others have on us, but what if we flip the script and considered the impact we might have on those around us?
We'll be right back after a short break to explore what happens next as Lisa embarks on her culinary journey.
So we left off with Lisa accepting Morgan Freeman's incredible offer, culinary school, and a chance to kind of like reshape her perspective.
Right. It's such a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
But it also marks the beginning of a whole new set of challenges, right?
Oh, totally.
She's stepping out of her comfort zone
Yeah.
and into a world that's got to be pretty intimidating.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine going from like a familiar restaurant routine
Right.
to the fast-paced, high-pressure environment of a renowned culinary school
Mm-hmm.
in New York City.
In New York City, no less.
Right.
Yeah.
The story describes Lisa initially feeling overwhelmed,
Understandably so.
almost lost in this whirlwind of activity.
Right.
She's surrounded by all these talented, experienced chefs,
Mm-hmm.
and the stakes suddenly feel a lot higher.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that sense of pressure can be a motivator,
Mm.
or is it more likely to be paralyzing?
I think it's probably a bit of both, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
A healthy dose of pressure can definitely push us to perform at our best,
Sure.
but too much can lead to anxiety and self-doubt. I think the key is finding that sweet spot,
Right.
the challenge that stretches us without breaking us.
Absolutely.
And it's interesting to see how the story portrays Lisa navigating this new landscape.
She's definitely not the same cynical, quick-tempered waitress we met at the beginning.
Right.
The story describes her channeling all that past frustration and ambition
Mm-hmm.
into her work,
Yeah,
pouring her heart into every dish.
I like that.
It's almost like she's proving something, not just to others, but to herself.
That inner drive is so crucial,
Yeah.
especially in a demanding field like culinary arts.
Totally.
Talent is important,
For sure.
but without passion and perseverance, it's easy to get lost in the shuffle.
Absolutely. And it's through this dedication,
Mm-hmm.
this willingness
Mm-hmm.
to push her boundaries
Right.
that Lisa starts to truly blossom.
It's not just about learning techniques.
Right.
It's about refining her craft,
Yeah.
developing her own unique style.
It makes you wonder how much untapped potential we all have within us,
Oh, for sure.
just waiting for the right opportunity or challenge to emerge.
Absolutely.
And of course, having a mentor like Morgan Freeman doesn't hurt either.
Oh, yeah. Talk about a good mentor.
The story mentions how he makes a surprise visit to the kitchen one evening,
Okay.
just wanting to see Lisa in action, to taste the results of her hard work.
Oh.
It's such a touching gesture,
Yeah.
showcasing his continued support and belief in her.
And it creates this beautiful moment of validation.
Right.
The story describes him being moved to tears after sampling one of Lisa's dishes,
Oh, wow.
praising her for exceeding his expectations.
Imagine the impact of that kind of affirmation coming from someone you admire,
Oh, yeah.
someone who saw potential in you when perhaps you didn't even see it yourself.
That's huge.
It's like a culmination of all her efforts,
Mm-hmm.
a confirmation that she's on the right path.
Right?
But it's what Morgan says next that really struck me.
What's that?
He tells her, "You took the bitterness of life and turned it into something beautiful."
Ah.
It's such a powerful statement,
Yeah.
acknowledging her past struggles, but also celebrating her resilience and growth.
It highlights the transformative power of our experiences.
Totally.
We all face challenges, moments of disappointment or even anger, but it's how we choose to channel those emotions, how we allow them to shape us that ultimately defines who we become.
Right.
Lisa could have easily succumbed to cynicism, allowing her resentment to fester.
Yeah.
Instead, she found an outlet for her frustration,
Yeah.
a way to turn it into something creative and fulfilling.
It's a reminder that even negative experiences can be catalysts for positive change.
For sure.
And it's through this process of transformation,
Right.
this blend of hard work, mentorship, and newfound perspective that Lisa achieves her ultimate dream, opening her own restaurant.
Nice.
It's described as this cozy yet elegant space,
Okay.
reflecting both her warmth and her refined culinary skills.
Love it.
And what's particularly heartwarming is how she carries the lessons she's learned into this new venture.
Oh, that's great.
She treats her staff with respect, remembering her own humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And she extends kindness to every customer who walks through the door.
It's almost like she's creating the kind of environment she wished she'd had.
Right.
A space where everyone feels seen and valued.
Totally. There's this poignant scene where a young, nervous waitress, clearly struggling to keep up,
Right.
approaches Lisa for guidance.
Okay.
Lisa, recognizing herself in this newcomer, offers support and encouragement, mirroring the mentorship she received from Morgan.
It's a beautiful moment of paying it forward,
Right.
demonstrating how acts of kindness can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same.
It's a testament to the cyclical nature of mentorship, how we can both receive and give guidance,
Right.
passing on the wisdom and support that helped us along the way.
Yeah, I like that.
But it also raises an interesting question. If Morgan hadn't intervened,
Okay.
if he hadn't offered Lisa that life-changing opportunity,
Right.
would she have found her own way? Or are some paths simply too difficult to navigate without a guiding hand?
That's a thought-provoking question. And one we'll explore further as we dive into the final part of Lisa's story.
Okay.
We'll examine the lasting legacy she creates and the impact her journey has on both herself and those around her.
We've really seen Lisa transform, from that cynical waitress to this skilled chef and compassionate restaurateur.
Right. She's come a long way.
Right. It's tempting to see this as like a happy ending. She achieved her dreams and is now paying it forward.
Right.
But I'm curious about what happens after this success, after those initial ripples of change. What does a life well lived look like in the long term?
That's where the story gets really interesting.
Okay.
It would be easy to wrap things up with Lisa's restaurant thriving.
Sure.
But the source material goes a step further.
Okay.
It focuses on this letter that Lisa receives from Morgan years later.
Okay.
He writes, "Remember, Lisa, greatness is not measured by what you achieve, but by how you make others feel."
That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
Especially coming from someone who's achieved so much. It shifts the focus from those external accomplishments to the more subtle, lasting impact we have on the people around us.
Exactly. And the timing of the letter is significant.
Okay.
It arrives as Lisa is facing a new challenge.
What's that?
Burnout.
Oh, wow.
She's poured her heart and soul into her restaurant,
Right.
but the constant pressure is taking its toll. She's starting to lose sight of the joy that initially fueled her passion.
It's a reminder that success doesn't make us immune to the challenges of life.
For sure.
Even when we achieve our goals, there will be new obstacles to navigate, new doubts to overcome. Have you ever experienced that feeling where you've accomplished something significant, but instead of feeling fulfilled, you feel kind of empty?
Oh, yeah. I think that's more common than we might think,
Yeah.
We strive for this goal,
Right.
but once we reach it, we're left wondering what's next.
Right. The source material seems to suggest that true fulfillment comes not from the achievement itself,
Yeah,
but from the alignment of our actions with our values.
I like that.
And in Lisa's case, Morgan's letter serves as this powerful reminder of her core values.
Right.
Kindness, compassion, the desire to make a difference in the lives of others, and it really helps her refocus,
Yeah.
to shift her attention away from the pressures of success
Right.
and towards the deeper meaning she finds in connecting with people.
It's like she's coming full circle,
Yeah.
She started her journey by judging others,
Right.
but through her experiences, she learned the importance of empathy and understanding. Now facing burnout, she rediscovers those values.
Right.
Not as like abstract concepts,
Sure.
but as the guiding principles for how she wants to live her life.
The story then shares this really touching anecdote about a struggling young chef
Okay.
who comes to work in Lisa's kitchen. He's talented,
Okay.
but he lacks confidence,
Right.
reminding Lisa of herself years earlier. And instead of being intimidated by his potential, she takes him under her wing,
Good for her.
offers guidance and support just as Morgan did for her.
It beautifully illustrates that cyclical nature of mentorship and the lasting legacy of kindness. you know?
Right.
Lisa's actions not only impact the young chef's life,
Yeah.
but they also reinvigorate her own passion,
Right.
reminding her of the joy she finds in nurturing talent and making a difference.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Lisa's journey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm left with this sense of hope
Yeah.
and a renewed appreciation for the interconnectedness of our
A
lives.
good reminder.
Even those seemingly small acts of kindness can ripple outwards,
Yeah.
create a chain reaction of positive change
Yeah.
that extends far beyond our immediate circle.
Absolutely. And it's never too late to start those ripples.
Right.
Whether it's offering a helping hand, sharing a kind word, or simply listening with an open heart.
Yeah,
We each have the power to make a difference in the lives of others.
totally.
And in doing so, we might just discover a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment within ourselves.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, this was a good one.
We hope Lisa's story has sparked some reflection, perhaps even inspiring you to consider the ripple effects of your own actions.
Right.
Until next time, remember, greatness is not about what you achieve, but about how you make others feel.
Make them feel something extraordinary.
Go make someone feel something extraordinary.